My mission is to position brands and to facilitate earning opportunities by helping them identify and strategically communicate their what, their who, and their why. I make sure you understand the play. Here's your assist. Understand the play. The business point guard. Understand the play. The business point guard. Understand the play. He gave me an assist.
You're listening to Understanding the Play with Demetrius L. Brown, a.k.a. the Business Point Guard.
How's everybody doing today? It is Demetrius L. Brown, a.k.a. the Business Point Guard, and I want to thank you again for joining me for my show tonight. Hey, I'm doing good, man. This is the third show, and I am enjoying all the feedback that you are giving me about the show. You're loving the interviews, but it only get better. It's going to get greater because it's a lot of information and a lot of nuggets out here that I believe that people need. And I know a lot of great people who are doing great things, and they understand the play because they came from the bottom. They hit the top. Some of them went back to the bottom. Now they're back at the top and they're doing great things. So this show is going to be jam-packed with a lot of people, a lot of information week after week. So again, I thank you all for all the great feedback. I thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel, iHeart, Odyssey, and Pandora, and U42. So I need for you all too, man, to check me out on U42. U42, we're partners with my radio station, FUBU Radio. So again, I want y'all to check out me on U42. But again, hey, I thank y'all for joining me this week, man. Hey, it's close to summertime, y'all. It's almost summertime, but here in North Carolina, man, it feels like it's fall. I don't know where you are, but hit me in the comments, man. Let me know what the weather feel like. Do it feel like summer or do it feel like fall? This weather is crazy, man. It's doing some crazy things. And so, I just say, hey, check this out. I'm gonna stay in, do some great things. Or I might go out if it look good, feel good. But let me know what the weather is where you are. What's up to all my people in New York, Atlanta? What's going on, y'all? Chucktown, Charleston, South Carolina. Hey, I want to thank you all for joining me. Hey, tonight, y'all, we're going to talk about operating in your purpose. And if you know me, I'm big about talking about and teaching people how to operate in their purpose, because I need people to understand that they are their biggest asset. You, Y-O-U, you are your biggest asset, but you do not understand the value, or you don't know how to present yourself if you don't know what your purpose is. So again, we want to make sure you understand your purpose so that you can position yourself and be in places where you are valued at, places where your value would shine the most. So you have to understand what your purpose is. And tonight we're going to talk about that, but I'm going to take me a break. I'm coming right back. Get your pen, paper, get you something to drink too, while you're sitting back, relaxing, and tell somebody, call somebody, say, hey, Demetrius L. Brown, a.k.a. the Business Point Guard, Understanding the Play is on right now. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, are you following me on social media? You're not? Oh, no. You're missing out on a lot of info. Hey, check this out. Follow me on all social medias. Instagram, The Business Point Guard. YouTube, The Business Point Guard. And Facebook, Demetrius L. Brown, SOG. Make sure you're following me.
You're listening to Understanding the Play with Demetrius L. Brown, a.k.a. the Business Point Guard.
Now, I said before, you are your biggest asset. And people have to understand it's not their car, it's not their house, it's not their money, it's them, Y-O-U. You are the one who attracts people, attract relationships, money, attract businesses. You are the one that's going to make the big deals. You are the one that's going to create the atmosphere around you. So you are your biggest asset. But we must make sure that you are protecting your biggest asset. YOU. Yes, you must protect yourself. So, I've separated this series into 3 parts. Protecting your biggest asset. Part 1, knowing and operating in your purpose, which we will be talking about today. Then part 2 is effective communication. And part 3, bringing value to others. Yes. So protecting your biggest asset. It is broken down into 3 parts. We will be talking about knowing and operating in your purpose, which again, we're talking about tonight. Then we will be talking about effective communication. Then we will be talking about bringing value to others. Now, before we go into the show tonight, I just want to recap on a few things. Valuable qualities that successful people possess. What are those? Ask yourself, what are the valuable qualities successful people possess? 1, belief. 2, focus. 3, dedication. 4, determination. And 5, commitment. These are valuable qualities that successful people possess. 1, belief. You got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you are doing. You have to believe in why you are here. But guess what? If you don't know your purpose, how can you believe in something? How can you believe in what you don't know? So that's why you have to know and understand your purpose so that you can believe in what you are doing. You can believe in what you are saying. And now everybody is not going to agree with you. Okay. So you have to mold your belief. You're going to get it right sometimes. You're going to get it wrong sometimes. But that's why we must be coachable so that we can mold our beliefs. We can have other people help us mold our beliefs. But belief is the first thing, the first quality of a successful person. Now, once you believe in what you want to do, where you want to go, then you must focus. Yes, the second valuable quality of a successful person, focus. You must focus on what you are doing. Once you put your belief in place, once you get the direction you're going, once you identify the vehicle that you're going to use to get to your defined level of success, you must focus on getting there. Do not get distracted. We can easily get distracted. You can easily get distracted, but you have to focus. I'm not saying don't take advice from people. Don't allow people to help you, but you must stay focused on your plan. Don't allow the fad, the hype, this new thing right here, this next big thing here, or this next big thing there. Don't allow that to get you off. Don't allow that to distract you. Stay focused. The third quality that successful people possess, dedication. Once you figure out what you believe in, you stay focused and you dedicate yourself. You dedicate yourself to getting to that next level of success, of your defined level of success. You must dedicate yourself. I don't care how bad it get. I don't even care how good it get, because it can get good. We can get a lot of money, attention, a lot of people around us on our way there. And then we get distracted. And we're no longer, dedicated to where we're trying to go, because we think we made it because we have short-term success. Don't allow short-term success to distract you. Stay dedicated to your purpose. Stay dedicated to what your belief is. Dedication. You got to stay dedicated. And then the fourth valuable quality that successful people possess is determination. You got to be determined to get to where you want to go. Rain, sleet, snow, volcano erupting, you got to jump over. You got to jump over that mountain. If you got to swim the ocean, you need to swim the ocean. We all go through some things. We all have bad times. We all have obstacles. We all have things that get in our way, but it's how we handle those things. And if you handle those things and don't allow them things, those distractions, to keep you in a position of failure. Yeah. So you only fail when you stop. So don't allow the things that you go through to stop you. You stay determined. You stay determined to reach your defined level of success. Determination. You got to have that determination. As long as you're living, as long as you are breathing, be determined to reach that level of success you're trying to get to. Then next, the fifth valuable quality that successful people have: commitment. Stay committed. Stay committed out of everything. As long as you live, and stay committed to get to that defined level of success. So here, write these down. And when you write these 5 qualities that successful people possess, I want you to get some cue cards, get some sticky notes, and put notes on each one. What's in your heart? What's in your mind? So the 5 qualities that successful people possess: 1, belief; 2, focus; 3, dedication; 4, determination; 5, commitment. Write those 5 down and do a self-evaluation of where you are on those 5 areas. I promise you, I guarantee you, it will change your life. It would change your life. It's like doing a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. It's like you are evaluating yourself. You're evaluating where you are at this moment. SWOT analysis. SWOT. SWOT analysis. S, you're looking for your strengths. W, you're looking for your weaknesses. O, you're looking for the opportunities. T, you're looking for the threats. So do a personal evaluation on yourself. Do a SWOT analysis. And I want you to take those 5 valuable qualities that successful people possess, and I want you to do a self-evaluation. Okay? Just do that. And I promise you, you will go to that next level of success. But before you do all that, guess what? You have to know your purpose. You have to know what your purpose is. What does it mean to operate in your purpose? First, let's look at the word purpose. Purpose, the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Why do you exist? Why did God create you? Why are you here on earth? Why are you breathing? You're not just here just to take up air. You're not just here just to say, oh, I'm here. No, you are here for a purpose. And most people who don't operate in a purpose, they always feel nudged to help people in a certain way, but they don't understand, man, why do I feel like I want to do this for this person? Why do I feel like I want to do this? Why do I feel like I want to volunteer? Why do I feel like I want to work here? Why do I feel this? It's because your purpose is trying to break out. And like I told you at the beginning of the show, you are your biggest asset. But you don't know the value of yourself until you understand your purpose. So once you understand your purpose, now you know where to position yourself, where you get the most value of you, of your personality, of your gifts. So again, if you don't know what your purpose is, you need to go somewhere and sit down and figure that out. You don't need to go out this weekend. You don't need to do nothing this weekend. You need to go sit down and figure out, what is my God-given purpose? Why am I here? And I promise you, your life will take a turn in a direction that's unbelievable, that will be mind-blowing, because now you will be doing things purposefully. Everything, your actions will be pinpointed to sowing into something that you will get a great harvest in. See, right now, you're probably volunteering, sowing your time and your money into things that's not bringing no return for you. But if you understood your purpose, where your money should be going and where your time should be going, you would be investing and sowing your money and time into things that's going to bring a harvest for you. That's going to bring something that's incredible for your life, that show the productivity of your time and of your energy. Now ask yourself this. Ask yourself, why do I exist? Ask yourself that. Why do I exist? Why did God create me? Ask yourself. Now, if you said, I don't know, stuttered, or said, I think, you need to regroup. You need to get a handle on life. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because I know there's something great out there for you. I know there's something greater out there for your life. I know that something is waiting for you to grab hold on that's going to change your life for the better. It's going to have you operating in abundance. It's going to help you define your level of your defined level of success. So instead of you trying to be a billionaire, a millionaire, trying to follow this person, that person, no, you're doing things because, hey, this is what you want to do. This is where you feel like your life should be going. So I'm not being mean, but again, once you ask yourself, why am I here? What is my purpose? And if you say, I don't know, you stuttered, or you said, I think so, you need to regroup and get a handle on life. For real. Hey, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Understanding the Play. I am Demetrius L. Brown, the business point guard, and we're talking about purpose, operating your purpose. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to be right back. All right?
The soundtrack to your next level's here. The new single, Assist, by the Business Point Guard. Here's your assist. The Business Point Guard, he gave me an assist. The Business Point Guard, he gave me an assist. The song Assist is motivation taken to the next level with tools that'll help you go from great to greater, and a hype beat produced by Skaz Digger. Add the hottest motivational song on the planet, Assist, to your favorite playlist today. Go to businesspointguard.com and download the soundtrack to your next level.
All right. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Understanding the Play. I am the business point guard, Demetrius L. Brown, and we were talking about operating your purpose. Before we went into the break, I asked you to ask yourself, what is your purpose? Ask yourself, why am I here? What is my purpose? And again, I did say, if you stuttered or you don't know, you said, I think, you need to regroup. Now, if you know your purpose, but don't know how to get started in your purpose, you also need to regroup and get a handle on life. Because the worst thing of knowing something, but just not getting started, oh man, that's a bad feeling. I've been there. That's called procrastination. Because now you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not figuring out how to do it. So guess what? Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, like, hey, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I know I should be doing this, but you're just wasting and killing time. You're no different from the person who don't know their purpose. So again, this is the moment This is the time that we should start operating in our purpose. We should figure out what our purpose is and start operating. All right? See, a person without purpose is a person who has no sense of direction. Yes, I'm going to say that again. A person without purpose is a person who has no sense of direction for their life. Once you understand your purpose, then you understand your life journey, the vehicle you should take, and the right passengers you should have on your journey in your vehicle, and when you should let these people out on your journey. See, again, let me repeat that. Understanding your purpose, it will put you in a position to know, okay, this is my journey. This is the vehicle I should be using for my journey. These are the people who should be in my vehicle at this moment in time on this part of my journey. See, everybody from day one to the last day that you are here on earth is not going to be part of your journey all the way through. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying you're cutting friends, you're cutting relationships. No, everybody and everything has a place and purpose in our lives. But if you don't understand your God-given purpose, you keep people on longer in your life or in a position where they shouldn't be. And that's when the frustration comes. That's when the animosity comes. That's when the relationship becomes stale. And when the relationship becomes stale, people feel like, oh, he's not valuing me. She's not valuing me. It's not that you're not valuing that person. It's that you kept that person on too long. You kept that person in a position when they fell off the tree and the fruit, the fruit is rotten now, but you still want to keep that fruit. And the only reason is because you don't understand your purpose. See, understanding your purpose even puts you in a position to know which vehicle you take to your next level of success. Should I go back to school? Should I get a master's? Should I get a doctorate? Should I get a certification? Well, if you don't know your purpose, you don't know if you should get these things. You don't even... Honestly, if you don't know your purpose, you might be in a profession or a career or going to school for something somebody else wants you to go for. And you're not even happy. You're not satisfied. You're not in that mindset to say, man, I'm enjoying this. No, you're doing it because somebody else wants you to do it. Or you're doing it because, oh man, I can make a lot of money in this. But not understanding your purpose and making a lot of money, it ain't going to balance out, because the happiness of understanding and operating in your purpose is more greater than being satisfied with making a lot of money. Why not understand your purpose, operating in your purpose, make a lot of money at the same time? So again, know which vehicle you should be taking to get to that next level of success, your defined level of success. Know who should be on that vehicle at the certain time of the journey. Know when that person should get off the vehicle. Know when you should let people go or when you should step away from people. Know this. So again, ask yourself, am I operating in my purpose? And we're talking about protecting your biggest asset, which is YOU. But you can't protect yourself, or you don't know the value of yourself. You don't even know your asset if you don't know your purpose. You're probably just saying, like, oh, I'm an asset. I didn't know I was an asset. Yes, you are an asset. But again, if you don't understand your purpose, you would never know the value of YOU. No one else will never understand or know the value of the asset YOU. You will end up in places that will diminish your value, that will use you. Yes. Not for what you're showing people, but will use you because they see the potential and the value, but they know you don't see yourself as an asset. Yes. So now we are not just born. We are not just born understanding and knowing our purpose. Through our life from birth to death, we are being taught skills and coached on how to use these skills in life. Now, we are all being taught and coached from some sources, from the same sources: parents, community, entertainment, government, and from our school teachers. Whew, which is crazy right now. Which is crazy. Listen to what I just said we're being taught by. Again, I shout out to all the good parents out there and the good people in the community that's trying to teach our kids, even other adults, how to operate in their purpose, not trying to pass their ideology on other people. And right now, it's going on a lot. A lot of it is going on. We're putting, again, I'm not knocking a group, but we are putting sexuality into our schools. We're having transgenders, cross-dressers reading books to our kids. What that has anything to do with them learning math, English, science? That has nothing to do with it at all. LGBTQ community putting books into our schools has nothing to do with math, science, English. Has nothing to do with that. So we are in a time that we have to pay attention to what's guiding us, to what's trying to dictate us. And that's why we got to know and understand and operate in our purpose so that we can help other people get to their defined level of success. And again, I'm not saying what I'm saying out of hate. I'm saying out of facts. Education has nothing to do with sexuality. Sexuality has nothing to do with math, English, science, and none of that stuff. Let's stay on point. But again, like I said, we're all being taught and coached from the same sources: parents, the community, entertainment, government. You know, some lessons are good and some are bad. So we must be taught how to recognize our gifts, which then will help us discover our life purpose. So listen to what I just said. Some of the lessons that we are being taught by our parents, community, entertainment, government, and from the schools, some lessons are good, some lessons are bad. But we must be taught how to recognize our gifts, which then will help us discover our purpose. But well, let me back up, because I said that wrong. Once we understand our purpose, then we'll understand how to use our gifts. Yes. And then we must be coached on how to use our gifts, which would successfully help people to operate in their purpose. So understanding your purpose first, then will help you uncover your gifts, will help you recognize your gifts. And guess what? We have to be taught, coached. We have to be led so that we can know how to use our gifts. I just didn't get on the radio, say, hey, I want to get on radio. I like talking. I like teaching people. No, I had to be taught how to use my gift of educating people, how to teach people. I've studied teachers. I studied other people on radio. I studied other professionals. So once we understand our purpose, now we understand our gifts, we have to be taught. We have to be coached through. All right. Now, a big problem I see that a lot of people, we're not teachable and we're not coachable. That's right. I see a lot of people, and most people who don't understand their purpose. I believe a lot of people who understand their purpose, they get it. They understand they have to be coachable. They have to be teachable. And yeah, you might say, well, this person understands their purpose. I see them out here doing what they're doing. They're very prideful. If you're prideful, you got too much pride to take help and learn from somebody else. You don't understand your purpose. Nah, because if you understood your purpose, you understand somebody have to help you mold and craft what you're doing. You cannot do this by yourself. If you're not learning from somebody else, how are you going to teach somebody else? How are you going to ask somebody to learn from you or lead, or you want to lead them when you can't take orders or be led yourself? You're not coachable or teachable yourself. So I say this, a person who is not coachable or teachable, they still don't understand their purpose. They might understand what their gifts are. They might recognize what their gifts are. But if they're not coachable and teachable, they don't understand their purpose, because their purpose, they're here to help other people go to that next level. So if they're here to help other people go to that next level with their gifts, but they don't want to be coachable or teachable and allow somebody to help them go, they don't understand their purpose. Period. They don't. Yes, I said it. But the big problem I see, again, is that a lot of people are not teachable and coachable. And to me, these people have no discipline and will never be successful. Listen to what I'm saying. A person who is not coachable and teachable isn't disciplined, and they will never be successful. Don't get being successful and a moment of gratification. Don't get those two twisted. Being successful is, okay, I defined my level of success. I allowed people to help me get there. I paid attention. I mentored. I had a great mentor. I had a great coach. I had great people to help me get there. Oh, shoot, man, I'm the best out here. I'm the hardest. I'm the hottest artist out here. I don't need these people. I'm going to the studio. I'm going to drop my thing and I'm going to do this the way I want to do it. I don't need nobody. Okay, your song hot for a minute, but guess what? Now the song died out. You toured, but you ain't sell no albums. You ain't sell no streams. Now, don't get it twisted, because, people pay membership fees. You got streams, but you didn't sell anything. See, it's a difference, right, between selling and just getting streams. And I'll go into that a little bit later. But I'm just trying to show the difference between being successful and now I have a little gratification right now, self-gratification right now. Some people see, I'm hot. They like me, I'm doing this on my own. No, you cannot make it on your own. If you understand and you're operating in your purpose, you are not doing it on your own. You have people that's coaching you and teaching you. You are a disciplined individual and you are a successful individual. And again, when I say success, I'm not talking about $1 million, being a billionaire, or being a big real estate mogul. No, I'm saying you're defining your level of success and you're reaching that level of success with other people helping you get in there, taking your pride out the way and saying, okay, I need help. So you got to be coachable. You got to be teachable. You got to be disciplined. So I know some of y'all probably saying, okay, well, I can't learn from everybody. I can't just sit on there. Nobody's telling you to learn from any and everybody. But if you know your purpose, you will be attracted to the right people that's going to help you get there. And for some of y'all who don't know what being teachable, coachable is, let me help you out. First, let's look at the definition of being teachable. The word teachable is an adjective that means person able to learn by being taught. 2, subject, able to be taught. Teachable again means it's an adjective. Person able to learn by being taught. To be teachable is to have an attitude of pure and complete humility. You must surrender your thinking, reactions, responses during the moment of teaching. To be teachable, a person must be hungry for success and a better life. Yes. So if you're hungry for success and a better life, you know what your purpose is. You know what your purpose is. If you're a teachable person, you will be successful. You will be successful. And I truly believe a teachable and a coachable person is operating in a purpose. Because we understand us reaching our level of success will help other people reach their level of success. We understand that. Let's look at some of the traits of unteachable people. Arrogance, think too highly of themselves, not enough respect for their teachers, being from parents, community, or whoever is in place that can help them go to that next level, whose people or things that's proven themselves to be an expert in the field or in the area that this unteachable person wants to be in. A bad attitude, and the number one thing, pride. Let me say this again. Some traits of an unteachable person: arrogance, think too highly of themselves, not enough respect for their teachers or coaches, bad attitude, and pride. Now, let's look at pride. Pride is a very powerful place of confinement. Yes, pride is confinement. Pride is a very powerful place of confinement that we all have put ourselves in. I know I've been guilty of that. I've been prideful in my life. I don't want this person helping me. Oh, this person disrespected me. And really they didn't. They saw something in me, and they was trying to help me get to another level by tearing down the negative, the rotten pieces, the broken wood. They was trying to tear that down so that now they can build on a good foundation. But I looked at it like, oh man, they hating on me, man. This person hating on me. They don't want to see me successful. That was my pride speaking. But it's not that they didn't want to see you successful. It's that they saw something in you. They saw what was holding you back from being successful. And I'm talking about someone who's reached that level of success where you're trying to go, who's proven themselves, who showed themselves as an expert. But again, I've been guilty of pride before, but not no more. Nah, never again. See, pride put us in a position that we only trust in ourselves. We only trust in our own thinking and abilities, which distorts our abilities to grow in truth. Listen to what I just said. Pride put us in a position that we only trust in our own thinking and abilities, which distorts our ability to grow in truth. Operating in pride is destructive and a time bomb ready to explode. So once you know and operate in your purpose, you will never allow pride to confine you in a place of distortion. You would never allow pride to stunt your growth. And if you just tuned in, you're listening to Understanding the Play. I am your host, Demetrius L. Brown, and I am the business point guard. And we're talking about understanding and operating in your purpose. And we were talking about pride, which is a powerful place of confinement. See, 100% of the time, our pride is built around our negative circumstances, emotions, experience, and negative people feeding us their truth during the moment we were vulnerable. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. And I'm staying here on pride for a minute, because I want some of you all to think about this, because I know some of y'all are listening in a prideful confinement, in a jail of pride right now. But listen to this. 100% of the time, our pride is built around our negative circumstances, emotions, experience, and negative people feeding us their truth during a moment where we were most vulnerable. And listen, I said negative people. I didn't say people who understood their purpose, who saw something in you, who was trying to take you to that next level. No. I said negative people. Negative people who saw us in a vulnerable mode, in a vulnerable state. And that's why some of us have the pride of, I'm never letting another person get in. I'm not going to let this person hurt me. I'm not going to go through this no more. This person ain't going to do this. No. And when we think we see a red flag in someone who's really trying to help us, we put on that pride again. We put ourselves back in that confinement of pride. You know, everybody who don't agree with us is a negative. And we must, understanding our purpose and operating in our purpose, we will be able to identify those people who are negative, who are trying to feed on our vulnerability, who was trying to feed on our defeat at the time. Because guess what? We're not going to always be in a winning situation, but as long as we don't quit, we will get there. We will win. We will bounce back. But we have to look out for the people who see that vulnerable moment, that vulnerable area, who were trying to take advantage. But it goes back to, if you're operating your purpose, if you're operating your God-given purpose, you will be able to recognize these people. So if you're listening to this show, I encourage you to look in the mirror and reflect on your downfalls and failures. Again, I'm going to say this again. If you're listening to this show, I encourage you to look in the mirror and reflect on your downfalls and failure. I guarantee you that you will link it to you having a closed mind to be taught by others. Yeah. Then I'm going to say this again. Yeah, because you heard it right. I said that. If you're listening right now, or if you're looking at the video, whatever you're doing, on YouTube, U42, iHeart, Odyssey, Pandora, Spotify, wherever you're looking or listening to this show, I encourage you to look in the mirror and reflect on your downfalls and failure. I guarantee you, I promise you, that you will link it to you having a closed mind to be taught by others. Yes, I've been there, done that. Why is it very important to be teachable? I'm glad you asked. It's so that you can reach your defined level of success, so that you can reach your full potential of operating in your purpose. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Understanding the Play. And today we are talking about understanding and operating in your purpose. And I gave 5 traits of people who don't operate in their purpose. And that fifth one was pride. And I just broke pride down. So go back and listen to the show. Go back and listen to the replay. You know, we're talking about being coachable and teachable. Now, next week, we're going to take part 2 of this, which is coachable. Being coachable. See, coachable people all share 5 distinct characteristic traits. Yes. But right now, we're running out of time, and we will cover this next week. I want to thank you for joining me for Understanding the Play. Again, this show is in place to help you reach your defined level of success. This show is just one of the tools that's out there for you to be successful. And if you hear me talk all the time, I'm always talking about understanding and operating in your purpose. Because I know, and if you don't know your purpose, and if you're not understanding and operating in your purpose, you're not going to make it far. You're going to be unhappy in life. You're going to be doing things other people want you to do. You're going to be in jobs that you never should have been in. You're going to be serving in places that you shouldn't be serving in, and you will be unhappy. You will be walking around trying to figure out, why am I not happy? Why is this not satisfying me? Why is this not making me happy? Because you're doing it just to be doing it. You're doing it because you don't understand your purpose. You're not operating in your purpose. So again, if you missed the show, go back and listen to it. But I need for you to catch me next week, because next week, this show is going to be off the chain. I have comedian Joe Torre. Yes, comedian Joe Torre, he's going to join us next week, and we're going to talk about his moments. You know, Joe Torre, he understands the play. He's been successful. The success died out. He's been successful again, and he's about to build his own network. He's working on building his own network for comedians. So we got Joe Torre coming in next week. So tell somebody about this show. I need for you all to go to my social media. Go to my social media channel. Yes, I need for you to go to my Instagram, which is at the bottom. Is Business Point God. I need for you to go to my YouTube, which is Business Point Guard. And I need for you to subscribe and like. All right? So if you don't remember that, just go to thebusinesspointguard.com. www.businesspointguard.com. If you're looking at the video, it's going at the bottom of the screen, across the bottom of the screen. If you're listening to me, again, the website is www.businesspointguard.com. All right. Hey, I love you. I'm out of here. Peace.